So let's look at 5 of the most common forks in the road. Each of these forks in the road, setting life goals, establishing career goals, establishing a program decision, course planning and course scheduling, they are going to help you, as I talked about before, really make context-based decisions. So let's look at the first, setting life goals. Now, what setting life goals is really all about is what is success as you define it. You may define success outwardly. For example, you may look at what you have or what you'd like to have as a definition of success. You may define success inwardly. What kind of significance, level, or happiness or passion. You may define success academically, such as a GPA or earning a degree. You may really talk about success in terms of your personal life. What does it look like to have the kind of relationships you desire? Or your professional life. What does it look like to achieve the kind of position or status that you would like? So first is really determining, if my life was as good as it could possibly be, what would it look like? Then choosing a career pathway as your next. Setting some career goals. What is it going to look like for you? Where are you headed? What does success look like for you in terms of your career? So if you already have your life goal in mind, now what kind of a career pathway will enable you to get to that destination, to get to that place in life? So when you're thinking about career goals, what are the main things you're looking for in a career? What you answer to this question will help you determine which careers you actually entertain. Going into this career field, is that going to help me achieve my goals in life? After you've done that, the next main fork in the road is your program decision. And so choosing a major or declaring a program of study is what you'll need to do. To do this, you'll want to say, okay, what is my main goal behind earning a college degree or certificate? So the reason I'm at Lincoln Land, I want to complete a credential of some sort, either a degree or a certificate. Now, what is it that I'm really trying to accomplish by earning this degree? Am I trying to get prepared for a specific career? Or am I trying to really earn credit toward a bachelor's degree because the career I want to go into requires me to earn a bachelor's degree? So there's really two main decisions or main pathways that you could make at Lincoln Land, and the first is either to go in the transfer pathway. Now the transfer pathway is for those students that want to earn credit toward a bachelor's degree. And what that means is you'll take general education courses primarily, and you'll also take program-specific courses that are specific to your emphasis, and those are going to be electives for when you transfer. It'll be an associate in art or an associate in science, and then your emphasis will be in whatever major you choose, such as psychology or accounting or something like that. The other pathway is the occupational pathway. The occupational pathway is for those students who are saying, I really want to get prepared for a specific career. I want training for a specific job. And so the program-specific courses that you'll primarily be taking, that the lion's share of the courses you're going to be taking are program-specific courses, and those will teach you a specific skill set for a job that's in demand and is high-paying. And so these are an associate in applied science degree program or our certificate programs as well. Now there may be some general education courses you'll be required to take to complete that degree as well. Primarily, we don't have general education courses as a part of our certificate programs, though. After you've chosen a major, now it's time to do some course planning. So you'll be deciding which courses to take. Now, deciding which courses you want to take requires you to know, if you're a transfer student, what are the general education requirements for an associate degree. And so there are 6 different areas: the communication area, the social science area, the humanities area, mathematics, life science, and physical science. And so you'll have to complete requirements for each of those areas, and it's your choice how you complete them, and it'll be important for you to meet with your advisor to discuss which choices best fit your long-term goals. The next thing to look at is which courses should I take if I am a transfer student. They're going to be electives in my major area. And if you're an occupational student, they're going to be job-specific skill courses. And to really look at which courses we suggest that you take in general, you're going to look at your program in the college catalog. So the college catalog is an online document, and it looks like this right here. And what you'll do, if you want to look at, for example, this one, you would look at degrees and certificates right here, degrees and certificates. And then you would look at your academic program and see what are the suggestions for the courses I should take specifically for my major. Now, in general, it takes 60 credit hours to complete an associate degree at Lincoln Land Community College. And it also requires you to have at least a 2.0 GPA. That's grade point average. So we grade on a 4.0 scale. You get a 4 for an A, a 3 for a B, a 2 for a C, a 1 for a D, and a 0 for an F. If you withdraw from a class and get a W, then there will be no impact on your GPA. However, it could negatively affect your financial aid status moving forward. And students that earn a W also do not earn college credit. When you withdraw from a class, then you do not earn any college credit for that class. After you have chosen a major and you've identified which courses you should take within that major that are in alignment with your goals for your career and which is helping you get toward your long-term life goals, then it's time to say, okay, what does it look like to actually put this on my schedule? What does it look like to actually register for these kinds of courses that are going to help me accomplish my life goals? So the first thing is really to look at your life. What responsibilities do you have? What things are you going to choose to not do so that you can have time to go to class and also time enough to study adequately and complete the work that's going to be required of you in college? So first, consider what is your current schedule. Then look at where can you make some more time so that you can be successful in college. There was a survey that was done, and essentially, as you can see from the results here, socializing, relaxing, and leisure is where you'll find most of your time probably to maybe make a lot more time for homework and other education-related activities. You also see that there's work and work-related activities that may need to be adjusted as well, as that takes up quite a bit of a typical college student's time. So let's look at the relationship between work and taking courses. Now, I said it takes 60 credits to earn an associate degree. What that really means is if you want to earn an associate degree, 60 credit hours, and you have fall, spring for 2 years, that's 4 semesters, divided by 60 divided by 4, 15 semester hours or credits per semester for 4 semesters would allow a student to earn an associate degree in just 2 years. Now let's think about what that really means though. Most high school students are used to going to class for 36 hours per week. In college, 1 hour of credit, one credit hour, is equal to 1 hour per week for a 16-week semester. What that means is if you're taking 15 credit hours, you'll be in class, contact time with your faculty member for 15 hours per week for 16 weeks. Not very much time per week, but we expect you to spend at least 2 hours outside of class for every 1 hour inside of class. And that time is to be spent studying, doing homework, completing research projects, and things of that sort. So keep in mind that if you're a full-time student 12 or more credit hours. If you want to take 15 credit hours, that's how much it would take to earn an associate degree in just 2 years. That would be 45 hours total. So 15 credit hours inside of the classroom, 30 hours outside of the classroom for 45 hours total. So think about it. If you're spending 45 hours on your schoolwork, so how much time do you really have left to go to a job? Well, think about it this way. We suggest if you're working 40 hours a week to take no more than 6 credit hours or 6 units of college credit. If you're working 30 hours per week, we suggest you take 9 credit hours or less. If you're working 20 hours a week, you can take up to 12 credit hours. And then if you're working less than 20 hours per week, then you can take 12 to 15 credit hours. And that would be pretty reasonable. After you have kind of identified your major, you went through orientation, you're going to meet with your assigned advisor. And if you need to make an appointment with your assigned advisor, which all new students do, then call 786-2224 to make an appointment. Your advisor will help you in that initial meeting pick out which courses that are going to be in line with your goals, and then register and pay using WebAdvisor, which is our online course registration system. And that's where you can pay as well. And that is how you get to the starting line. It's just the starting line though. What is next is some additional important choices to not only start well, but also make progress and eventually get to that end goal, that success point that you're looking for to graduate with your degree or certificate.